Right, I might be a few days late to this party, but unlike the people we're going to be talking shit about today, I actually have a life outside of just spewing verbal diarrhea on the internet. So, let's get on with this. Right, so there's a new medieval game coming out. It's called Knight's Path, and it's a story-driven action RPG set in a grounded low fantasy world inspired by the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, I saw all the trailers for this game, and I'm really hooked on it. Like, I reckon this will be great when it comes out. It'll probably be a couple years still, because it's very early development. And, like, over 200,000 people already wishlisted this, myself included. So yeah, really keen on this, but can't really say the same about the usual suspects that don't like games like this, you know, where the developers actually have integrity for their own personal beliefs, instead of being intimidated by their colourful hair, putrid hygiene, and terrible attitude.
Now wait a minute, that's a little uncalled for.
Don't stand that close, I can smell your breath.
Basically, this whole bullshit started because they posted a picture about one of the characters you can have a relationship with, and just by looking at the picture, she's just a really attractive looking woman. It's not like Gooner bait or anything like that, nothing scandalous, she's just a really attractive looking woman. But as we all know, the mentally ill goblins of the internet always have a problem with shit like this, even though it's just completely fucking normal and there's nothing to be offended about here. And one of the comments under the thread was, I hope you'll have some LGBTQ representation in the game. And the developers, they weren't having it. They just spoke the truth. They were like, you know what? We care about gaming and fun, not modern agendas. They're doing what they want to do, and that's perfectly fine. They don't have to bend over backwards for these fucking morons. And just really quickly here, if you're one of those people that wants to have that sort of gay representation in the game, I'm not saying that being gay and everything is wrong and all that. I'm just saying, in a medieval game where it's grounded in realism, or at least has very low fantasy, being gay in those times, not very likely. And if you were, you would not talk to very many people about it, because you know what would happen? You would get killed. And to those people here that are saying, oh, I would be proud to be gay back in those days, no, you fucking wouldn't. You wouldn't say shit. You would not be the same sort of person you are nowadays, because you know why? You're a lot more tolerable than you were back then, okay? And I'm not saying that you should be killed now. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, back then, you would not be talking the same shit you are now, alright? You would be very well hidden, and you would not say shit, because you would definitely die if someone found out. Now, was that unfair? Yes. But that's the reality of those dark times. I'm just telling you the truth. But yeah, after they made that comment, all the replies, well, not all of them, but there's like pretty half and half. There were a bunch of these idiots that were just like talking shit about them, saying stuff like this idiot here. I've looked at your gameplay and it looks horrendous. Famously, the anti-agenda crowd doesn't stick to their word and never properly supports products marketed like this. Your choice, I suppose. Like, mate, you do realize that what you just said there perfectly describes the sort of people that you're trying to stick up for or trying to defend? Like, they don't actually care about the game doing well unless they have their own influence on it and they have their own little self-insert into it. They don't actually care. Like, even if the developers actually bend over backwards and insert this sort of propaganda in their game, they won't buy it. The guys that want it in there, they won't buy it anyway. They don't actually care. That's just like another win for them. It's like, alright, that's done and dusted. What else can we infect and ruin? Like a prime example of that was Dragon Age Veilguard.
Look how they mess with my boy.
Like, I've never been more upset of a game releasing than Dragon Age Veilguard. And I went through the release of Halo 5. Like, I bought Halo 5. That was less painful than seeing what Veilguard had become. Oh, dude, the rest of these comments as well, just like saying, oh, you just inadvertently confirmed you care about a modern agenda. Laugh my ass off. With a reply like that, that GIF she posted might as well have been her selfie. When they say they don't care about modern agenda, they mean they literally don't fucking care. You're reading too much into the fucking sentence of this. These are just normal, hardworking game developers that just want to make a good game about knights and fighting in the medieval ages. They don't have an agenda for or against LGBTQ stuff. They just don't care. They want to make a game. That's all. They don't want any message to it whatsoever. It's just a fun game. There's other comments like, you could have said nothing, but you chose to say something homophobic instead. In what fucking universe is saying that, oh, we just want to make a fun game. We don't really care about modern agendas or anything like that. That is not being homophobic in the fucking slightest. Again, reading way too much into this shit. And you guys wonder why people don't want to pander to your agenda anymore, because you all act like a bunch of cunts and bully everyone that doesn't agree with you. And not only do you guys do that, you also lie about them using generative AI to make this game. When they used AI, it was only just for grammar and spelling checking, text refinement and brainstorming in the early stages. It's written on their fucking Steam page and everything. Like, I'm obviously not a fan of AI at all. I've made a couple videos saying how much I fucking hated it. But when it was at the point of just spelling checking and all that sort of stuff and not actual creative media, I was fine with it. But then they went too far with it and then I started having a problem with it and would rather not have AI at all. But even as an avid hater of AI as I am, I can still understand using it for grammar and spell checking, even though I myself never use it for that. I literally just look it up on my phone, not actually use AI. But you get my point. It's not a bad thing to use it for spell checking. It's just when you're trying to make media out of it, trying to do creative processes with it, then that's a problem. But they clearly didn't do that. Or at least they claim they didn't do that, and there's no evidence of them actually using generative AI to make this game. Like I said, this whole drama is pretty much just blowing what they say way out of proportion and just running along with that. And now they're trying to cancel this game, but I'm not worried. The game's not going to get cancelled. They tried doing the same thing to Hogwarts Legacy and they failed fucking miserably at that. That game sold millions of copies. The same thing for both games. They're trying to cancel both of those games just because they got their feelings hurt. Like, oh, this company's not representing me even though I'm like a minority in the whole world. Like, shut the fuck up. Because the same way you have a right to speak your opinion and speak your mind, I have the same right to say, hey, I don't fucking care about your opinion or I don't agree with it. And I can say what I like about that. I don't have to agree with your opinion just because you shout it in my face with your smelly fucking breath.
Room so I can squeeze in there with you guys.
Oh my god, do you ever fucking shut up, Clarence? I'd rather shit my hands and clap than hear you speak. Fuck.